need a tractor shed, and it needs to be simple. Even though this is a simple foundation, I still want to make sure it's square and level. One of the things I use to do this is just to measure corner to corner, and that'll tell you if you're a little bit out one way or another. We're level, we're square, and this is where we're going to switch back to kind of traditional framing and frame up standard 2x4 walls, 16-inch on center, and that's going to form our outer three sides. Are you coming to help me build? Yeah? Yeah, you go get the little silver triangle on the big board by Dad's drill. Well, we're going to cut those next. Those are going to hold up our wall. Mark them out. We add X's. So we know where to put our studs. Normally I would nail all the walls together, but I didn't want to drag out the big framing nailer and compressor for such a small project. I probably should have in the long run. Thus, in this case, I'm just going to use screws and they're going to have to do. It's projects like these that make me believe battery-powered nailers are hands down the better option. This project has had a few firsts for me, including putting up walls before sheathing. Sheathing's normally what squares everything up and makes everything a lot easier once it's in place, but it's just going to be too heavy for me to move around solo. So I'm going to try and see if a board will work to do it just as well at a fraction of the weight. The final step on the walls was to get the posts and beams up in place before moving on to sheeting. I'm going for a bit of a timber frame styling with the tractor shed, minus the actual timber frame. I'm saving a few bucks here by going with just standard pressure treated lumber. You'll also notice that my plywood is covering the edge of that pressure treated post. If you're looking to build something similar, just remember that when you lay out your studs, you need to include the right offset so your plywood still lines up correctly at 8-foot intervals. Alrighty, the walls are done on this shed and it is time to move on to the roof. Now for this, I'm going to be going with a ridge board and rafters. There is a ton of videos out there on how to calculate your rafter length and where your bird's mouth cuts need to sit and how to go about making them. I'm not going to get into that here. Just know, and what I'm going to mention is there's two simple ways. One, punch it into a rafter calculator online and it'll spit out all the numbers you need. Or you can use your framing square, so your 16 by 24 steel square. It's got the numbers printed on it and it gives you a certain amount of inches per foot of run, and all you need to know is the slope of your roof. So that's the way I went with, got my numbers, and then I double checked them on a calculator online, and then I was good to go. Just get out of the wind here. So I used a ratchet strap to pull my walls tight. I know there's a way to do it with studs and 2x4s on the inside. I can't remember for the life of me right now. That seemed to work, but I'm gonna take a little bit of pressure off it with some ceiling joists. I'm putting them in anyways, so I add a little bit of storage up there. And we're gonna nail those in, not screw. I've been cheating with screws pretty much this whole build. Holy cannoli. First try, and we are perfectly square. I'll take that. We have a roof! Finally, we've hit the stage of this project that I'm probably most excited for, and that's because I get to try something completely new to me. That's installing steel roofing and steel siding. So there's going to be absolutely no how-tos or tips and tricks in this part of the video because I really have none to share. In fact, I spent a bunch of time scouring the internet and watching videos and just learning how to do this for myself. Okay, that's not entirely true. I'm going to talk about one, and that's what you see me doing here, and that's stretching out a string line to mark my eave or overhang for my steel roofing. This is something you can use in tons of different parts of building, but what it's going to allow me to do is establish a straight edge from front to back of the shed so I can line up my panel and have a consistent overhang all the way along. That's gonna wrap up the pull shed video. As you can see, winter has arrived. I still need to get a ridge cap up on that metal roof, but no one has them in stock, so we're gonna have to makeshift something with another piece of trim for the winter. I will get on that when we don't have snow and the weather warms up a little bit over the next couple days. Thanks a ton for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.